Hello pumpkin people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristen and this is my channel Harvest and Holly, where I talk about the harvest / Halloween season and also Christmas. That's the holly half of my name. So that's all I do here. You're just in time for my first fall and Halloween haul, and I've done a ton of fall and Halloween videos already on my channel because again, it's all I do here. So those will be linked down below. I'd love to have you if this is your favorite time of the year also. And yeah, like I said, I have a haul to show you guys, fall and Halloween items. It's mostly Halloween, honestly, but there are some fall things, and it's actually a way bigger haul than I normally do. I normally show like 5 or 6 things, but I have quite a bit here. And I knew that going into this year that there were going to be several things that I wanted to pick up. I'm also going to share some outdoor items at the end of the video. Looking around me, I have Joann's, Homegoods, TJ Maxx, At Home Store, Home Depot, Thrifted / Vintage, and it's a lot, but I don't shop other times of the year. I do not buy spring, summer, 4th of July, St. Patty's Day, Valentine's Day. I don't do any of that, and this year I'm gonna try not to really buy much Christmas either. Don't judge me, is what I'm trying to say. Let's hop into it. First, I thought I'd start off with just a couple vintage or thrifted items. I did find this adorable vintage jack-o'-lantern mug. It's dated 1971, and it says Grandma S and Lori on it. So whoever gave up grandma's handmade jack-o'-lantern mug is so rude, but I'm glad because I have it now and it is so cute. I love vintage Halloween, and it's hard in my area to find good vintage Halloween. I don't know if other people would consider this good, but I do. This is like what Joanna Parker wants to be, so I had to grab this. I actually got that around Christmas time, but I just, this is my first haul, so I had to save it until now. But the other thing that I got that might be vintage, but it might be a little bit newer than vintage, is this set of candle holders. So there's a spot for a taper candle right here, but it's a moon and a star, and I feel like you could use these year round. I definitely had Halloween in mind for these, and I think I might end up painting them black, but I want to play around with them first before I fully paint them. I also was thinking if I could get like a rust / waterproof spray paint. These would be cute on my patio table outside, because I do want to decorate for fall out there, or Halloween, or both, for the first time. So I did grab these. And then this is not vintage, but this is a good vintage replica piece, and it's from the At Home Store for $14.99, and it is the Scaredy Cat jack-o'-lantern sort of blow mold wannabe. It's really good. I think this is the best thing that the At Home Store has right now, and I love it. So I have a friend, she's a big Halloween lover. She randomly found her house on TikTok. Somebody had made a TikTok of her house that got tons of views because she goes over the top with her decorating. She has probably like 10, 12 footers and all the stuff. But anyway, she does not have an At Home Store in her town, but I do. And she wanted this. So I went to look, and there were 2 sitting on the shelf, and I thought, well, if I want this, I have to get it right now while I'm getting hers, because she's getting the other one. So that's how I ended up with this. And I don't really like to shop in that way, but this is so good. If I can't find a place for it, I will definitely return it, because I know a lot of people are looking for it, but I had to have it. Moving on to Joann's, I surprisingly have not been back there to look at their fall decorations. I think because I don't need a lot for fall. I tend to decorate like very natural with things from my yard and things that I have, and I keep it pretty simple. So I have not been back. I do want to go back. So let me know if you guys want to see a fall shop with me at Joann's. I feel like that's like a classic for my channel, but I haven't been there yet this year. But I did see Halloween, and I grabbed this set of dish towels. They were 40% off of $14.99. I thought this was like classic and trendy at the same time, because the checkered print is very on trend, but the black and orange makes it classic. And then it just comes with a orange waffle knit, which is a year-round color in my house. I use orange all year, so I'll use this all year. And honestly, I might use this all year. One thing that I do is I keep a bunch of like fall and Halloween items in my kitchen, and I use them all year because it's a lot of stuff that just gets put away. Like this gets put into a drawer. I have a spoon rest that's a jack-o'-lantern that it gets put back into a drawer. Spatulas and things like that. And I just pull them out and use them to have like a little bit of year-round fall or spooky vibes. And it's just for me, and it's not like my house is decked out for fall or Halloween when it's not actually that time of the year. So that's just a little something I do to keep the fall and Halloween vibes going all year. The other thing that I got from Joann's, this is kind of an expensive big item, but I fell in love, and it is this black witch hat that is really tall. So I wanted this set of wicker witch hats that I saw from, I think, McGee & Co. So like a very expensive high-end brand, but I could never find them. I couldn't even find them on eBay. So that was like the vibe that I wanted. But when I saw this one in the black, I was like, ooh, that feels like even more truly Halloween, not just like pretty Halloween decor, but it feels classic, evokes that Halloween nostalgia. And especially when you see it lit up, because it lights up a true orange. It's not just like a really warm white that you're like, is it orange or is it white? No, this is orange. And in a dim space, it's giving the Halloween this. So it was $69.99 though. I did get 40% off, still a hefty price tag at 40% off, but I love it. And when I got this home, I was like, ooh, I want it here. No, I want it there. I want it here. And that's how I know that it's a good piece, when I have that dilemma with a decor item. If there's like a million places I want to put it and I'm struggling to decide which place is worthy, I know it was worth it. And that's kind of what happened with this when I brought it home. And then moving on to TJ Maxx and Homegoods, I went there and I found a wicker witch hat. And this one sold me. Like this one is more so what I was thinking that I wanted, but I ended up falling in love with the black one. But this one sold me because, and I've already broken it, but it has this little wire here and there's a spider hanging off of it, and it fell off already. But this one does light up too. This is just like warm white lights. But it's so cute. And like I said, there's a million different spots I wanted to put the black one. So I thought I would get my use out of having another one. And this one is good because one of the spots that I wanted to put the black one, it sort of just blended in because it's pretty dark in that space. And this one will sort of lighten it up. The one thing is that I don't like this big puffy bow. So I'm going to take that off. And this one was a better price. It was $19.99. So I just need to take the bow off. I'm probably gonna put a different ribbon on and then re-glue the spider. And this one is very cute and a really good price. The only thing I got from TJ Maxx is still sitting in my car, and it's broken. So I thought I'd just insert a picture. It's this really beautiful Day of the Dead piece. So it's actually not for decorating in my house. I have a volunteer project this year. I did it last year as well, where I decorated a community space. There were a bunch of volunteers, a bunch of us who got together and decorated this historic mansion in our town that is owned by a metro park. So nobody lives there. It's actually like a wedding venue. But every year they have volunteers come in and decorate it for Christmas, and then they open it up to the public for people to walk through and take a tour. And they started doing it last year for Halloween, and like everybody who knows me in town sent me the volunteer application for the Halloween one, and luckily I was able to help do it, and this year I'm doing it again. So I got this piece because our theme is Day of the Dead. My husband and I chose that theme because we actually do have some authentic pieces from Mexico. My husband and his family are from Mexico. His parents actually have a house in Mexico that they kind of go back and forth between. So they're actually going there in September, and his mom, my mother-in-law, is gonna bring me home some stuff, but we do have to fill in with some things that are from the store. So that is one thing that I got, and that's $14.99, and she's gorgeous. I will probably use her next year in my Halloween decorations. I just need to glue her head back on. Another thing that is for that, I did get this skull with the crochet detailing. I don't love that it has the crystals, but again, this is for that project, and it was a good price, $9.99. good solid, large size. I bought 2 of these. And then my husband got this. It's this snow globe or water globe that has the skeleton couple. They look like it's their wedding day. He said it reminded him of us. They're sitting in like a black settee or settee chair, if you can see. And we actually had 2 of these at our wedding. It was like a must-have for me. We had one at our sweetheart table. So this does really kind of remind me of us as well. And then the base of it is like the skull design. But here's what it looks like with the glitter in it. And this was $14.99 for myself. This is not for that volunteer project, but it honestly would look really good for that. I got this gorgeous glass skull with the glitter spider web and the glitter eyes. I am not a glitter gal, but this would not be the same without the glitter. I mean, I wouldn't have even looked at this twice if it didn't have the glitter. There's something about it that just makes it so beautiful. And unsurprisingly, it is by Christopher Radko, who designs a lot of Christmas ornaments. So it does light up. And when it lights up, if you have it against a wall, I guess it's not gonna show, it casts a spider web on the wall. So I had to have this. It is so gorgeous. And this was $14.99 as well. So I did get just this boring set of 3 dish towels in the olive green waffle knit. These were $9.99. I'll use this for my everyday, but I'll use this for fall as well. I also picked up some candles. So if you guys can see this candle right here, this is my favorite candle for fall. It's pumpkin clove from Anthropologie, but it's super expensive. It's gone up to $38. I used to buy this, the full price was $30, and then I could get it on sale for like $20, and now it's almost $40. This one is from last year, but I'm waiting for them to go on sale. So in the meantime, I picked up a couple candles from Homegoods. I grabbed pumpkin spice, inspired by the forest, and look at this lid. This is like an embroidery hoop lid. It's fabric. And so I don't know how well it's gonna hold in the fragrance oil, but there is a plastic covering, and there's 2 wicks. This was $9.99. Here's a close-up of that embroidery hoop. I had to have this. This isn't even my favorite like fragrance, pumpkin spice. It's very one note, but the lid sold me. I had to have it. Other candle is this one, which is called Spooky Season by DW Home. This is so heavy. The glass is super thick, and the wax is orange. It's just such a cool but simple minimalistic candle with the jack-o'-lantern face. This was $7.99, and this one smells really nice. It says creamy and sweet and soft, deliciously creamy, gently spiced pumpkin, stirred with mascarpone and sweet cane sugar. Is it mascarpone or mascarpone? My dad was Italian. My dad has passed, but he would say some words, like he didn't speak Italian, but he would say some words like with an Italian accent, and I want to say he would say like mascarpone or something like that. I don't know the right way to say it, but it smells really good. You guys have got to smell that if you see it in stores. Still on Homegoods, I got this blanket for Halloween. It has the moth prints on it. And I am obsessed with butterflies. I love all the butterflies and the moths that come to my garden, but there is one moth that I cannot stand. It's called squash vine borer moth. It's appropriately colored black and orange, or like black and reddish color, and it kills pumpkin plants. So this moth gives me the heebie-jeebies, even though it's such a beautiful moth. And it gives me that like spooky, creepy factor that Halloween is all about. So I thought this blanket was perfection. And it's also reversible. So the back side is black, and that's the side that I plan to use to kind of like moodify my really like soft, light colored space that I want to be a little bit more moody for fall and for Halloween. The other blanket that I got is more so for fall, and so I did find this faux fur. It's oversized, it's in a rust color. I don't love the colored faux furs, but this one is almost a natural looking color for a faux fur. Obviously, like if this were a real faux fur that came in this color, it would be dyed, but it's not so outlandishly colorful like green or purple or something like that. So I'm gonna try this out. It was $24.99, and by the way, so is the other blanket. Hopefully I've been telling you guys pricing. We'll just have to see how it goes, but I need a big, comfortable, cozy blanket for my couch. And I have to be careful about what I pick because my dogs are allowed on the couch and they snag up everything. So I can't get like chunky knits or knits that feel like low quality or loosely knit. A lot of chenille's not gonna work. I don't really like those ones that are really soft that have the printed imaging on them. They feel a little too whimsical for my space. So this was a good option. And by the way, speaking of like the knit, this is a very thin but like tough knit that I don't think is gonna snag. So that's another reason why I ended up with this one. Okay, so we're winding down. I have pillow covers, one random thing, and this to show you guys. So this is really good. I got this pumpkin off of Wayfair. This looks like a real pumpkin, doesn't it? I mean, it's not, but it has all of the glory of like a real nice, what do they call? I think it's called Connecticut field pumpkins are the ones that you normally see for carving, or maybe they're, I don't know. We're not pumpkinologists here. You couldn't tell me this was fake unless I picked it up and felt it for myself, but it's pretty heavy. Again, this is from Wayfair. I want to say it was $45. I know it's a splurge, it's expensive, but these are really realistic, and I'm a real pumpkin girly. Like, I've talked about this multiple times, but I am decorating early this year. I don't care, so I needed to get some faux ones, and I thought this was my best option. I did get a couple others. I'll try to insert a picture, but if you saw my last video, I'm painting them and they did not turn out well. So I'm working on them and I'll show you guys them when they're done, but this is so good. It's good for outside. It has enough weight that I don't think it will blow over if you have it like sitting on the ground, but it's light enough that in a bad storm, if you had this like out in the open sitting on something like a haystack, it might blow over. So there is some weight to it, but it's not like heavy, just so you know. So yeah, there's that. Okay, pillow covers. We're gonna go through these quickly. I got a few from Amazon. Actually, most of them are from Amazon. I got this one with the skeleton diagram. This was $10. Also from Amazon for fall, I got this pillow cover. It has the moody colors that I really like and that I'm trying to incorporate. This is Creative Co-op, so the quality is really good on this. It was $15 when I bought it. I think the price has gone up, but it just has this like vintage inspired floral print that has sunflowers. It looks like, you know, like pods or pumpkins or something. So I thought this would be good for fall, but I could use that year round. And then the other pillow cover that I got from Amazon, this actually comes as a set of 2 and it's a really big size. I think this is either 22 by 22 or 24 by 24, but it's this like rusty brown colored pillow cover. I have these in a bunch of colors, like $20 for the set of 2, which is really good. It's a nice quality fabric that doesn't look cheap. It's hard to find solid pillows and solid pillow covers that don't look cheap in my opinion. And then the last pillow covers that I got are from Etsy, from Baller House Collective, which is where I get most of my everyday pillow covers. They're pricier obviously because they're handmade by somebody who does that Etsy shop, but the fabrics they're really gorgeous. They're fabrics you're not gonna find in Homegoods or Target. So I got this pillow cover in the sort of smoky eggplant charcoaly kind of vibe in plaid. I thought I could use this for fall and for Halloween. And I love that it has that purpley tone, but it doesn't look cheesy purple. It's a very sophisticated purple, almost leans charcoal. So this I had to have. I got 2 of these. And I want to show you what everything looks like together. Okay, so here's like the color palette all together. I think it's really cool. I don't think I'm gonna use this one for Halloween, but I think these 3. But for fall, this is the fall vibe. And everything was really, all of the pillow covers were really affordable except for this one that is a little bit nicer. And that's kind of how I like to shop for my pillow covers, because I do feel like in my space, pillow covers make or break it. I'm a pretty minimalist decorator, so I really rely on my pillow covers to make a statement. And so I feel like if I just buy a couple really nice, unique ones and then mix them in with some simple ones from Amazon, I get the look for less that I'm going for. Okay, moving on, just a silly little thing. I won't spend too much time, but I got this velvet ribbon from Etsy. And it's just a really pretty plummy purple color. I'm gonna do a neutral wreath on my front door for my fall decorating because I'm starting so early. I didn't want to do like a orange leaf wreath on my front door like I normally do. I'm gonna do that in September, but for August I'm doing a neutral kind of corn husk wreath, and I'll put this in just for a pop of fall color, but it's not like wham bam in your face, thank you ma'am. Something else from Etsy that I got that's not here yet are some moth and butterfly wall decals that are similar to the bats that we see all the time. I love the bats. I've used them every year for like the past 3 years. I just want to try something different, and like I said, the whole moth thing with the blanket, I feel like it'll be a really cool vibe. Okay, so let's move on to outdoors. As you can see, I did get this guy from the Home Depot launch a little bit earlier this month. He is absolutely massive. He lights up, and he came as a set of 2 online, so he was $80. Well, he was $40, but the set of 2 was $80. I wanted this last year because this is what the Inferno skeleton pumpkin head looks like. They're about the same size, and I have the Inferno, so I wanted him to sort of go with the Inferno. The other outdoor item, he's a big boy. As soon as I saw him in the leak back in January, I think it was, I knew I had to have him, and it's the 12-foot scarecrow from Lowe's. He is everything. I feel like he's gonna look so good with my Inferno. Our front yard really is big enough to have like a whole gang of those guys, but we don't have enough storage space for more than one. So I am so happy they came out with the scarecrow, because I just didn't think that I wanted the plain skeleton. I like a creepy pumpkin patch kind of vibe, and the Inferno goes great with that. And I was hoping for another 12-footer that would kind of go along with that theme, and I think the scarecrow is it. So we haven't set them up yet. We're so excited to. I hope I'll be able to find a way to show you guys, but I mentioned this last year on my channel. I don't share the front of my house on YouTube because you never know who's watching. I've seen the gossip pages and stuff online where people get doxxed because they share too much information. So yeah, if I can find a way to show them without showing my home, I will definitely do that. Anyways, that is the haul. It's a long one. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if there was anything in this haul that you love, that you're looking for, that you own. I have a Temu haul coming with Halloween items, mostly for my volunteer project, but some are for my home. I also have another Halloween haul coming, which is has some clothing in it and some home stuff, and it's really exciting because it's a sponsored video from a brand that I'm very excited to work with. And I wanted to say thank you, by the way, for those of you who supported my last video that was sponsored. I never do sponsored content on my channel, but this year I have been approached by a few brands that I really respect and am excited to work with. And also, like I said, I am working with Temu because I'm able to get a lot of stuff for my volunteer project by working with them. So thank you so much when you decide to support those videos. In turn, I'm able to, support my family or support a project like the volunteer project that I'm doing. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much again, and I will hopefully catch you in a future video. Bye now.